Hello, Serge here from the back porch. Well, the wind's blowing pretty hot, so I hope you can hear me, so I'll speak a little louder. Hopefully that will really help things get across. But we have a question, and it's a good question, and actually involves probably a subject we've never talked about on the back porch yet, so now's a good time. It comes from G. Key, K-E-Y. He says, always great lesson, Serge. I have a situational shot type of question. My question is thus. My least favorite type of shot is when I am standing on a slope and the ball is well below the feet. You would think a person would hit it thin, but for some reason I hit fat, taking large divots. I feel out of balance and uncomfortable and can't find any rhythm for this type of shot. It doesn't matter if I'm hitting 7-iron, hybrid, or wood. It is a struggle. Would you please be so kind to suggest some correct stance and alignment solutions, possibly a video? Thank you very much in advance. And it's from... I guess it's from GC event organizer for from some tournaments or whatever. Okay, I think the answer, GC, Greg, is yes. As you suggested, it has a lot to do with your stance, your posture, your setup. And some people will thin it, top it, and/or hit it chunky, just like you suggest. In most cases, we tend to hit a downhill lie out to the right because the heel would come down and tend to bounce off and open up the face. But in some cases, if you release the club a little soon coming in like this, you can actually shut it and hit a pull just as well. So it just depends how you're coming into impact. But the answer is your setup. So what I have here is I have one of the chairs for my back porch. I folded it up, and I'm going to get on it to give you a little bit of a downhill lie here, okay? Now, the key to a downhill lie is posture. Now, again, if you recall that in the performance manual, we talk about setup and things. I've always said that the best way to get in a posture is that the shoulders and your knees must bend down together. All right? When they go down together, they squeeze the hips out. That gives us the perfect posture for whatever stance we're in on any lie we're in. Okay? If you tend to walk in and just bend your shoulders first, you know, bend from the hips, the upper body first. As you see, my knees are going back. So then once I bend my knees, there's always a chance they'll overbend. If I walk in and just bend my knees first, the upper body goes back. So then when I go bend from the hips down with the upper torso, that's not correct. But when you go down together, where the knees and the shoulders go down together, it squeezes the hips out, the accordion effect, as I call it, for perfect posture. That's what you see in any sport. The tennis players, when they're waiting for a serve, they just bend down together. The baseball pitcher, the baseball players in the field, when they get into the ready position, they just go down. The quarterback goes to get the snap. Knees, shoulders go down together. Well, that's the same thing we have to do on a side heel lie. So let me get back into my side heel lie over here. And just so you wouldn't have any doubts that this is workable, I left a little club this time and I got a regular 7-iron. And it works with every club in the bag, as you suggest. So I'm going to get on my side heel lie here. And so, once you get in this position, the only thing you have to think about is, once you get, you find about the right distance, you stand up a little bit and then go down together. Now, in some cases, if the lie is enough, this is way too much bend for me, but I have balance. I can swing. Now, my stance is a little narrower than I normally would, but I think the thing you have to do is always take a practice swing to make sure that you have a feeling of knowing how much this lie will very likely push you forward. But you have to make the practice swing thinking and feeling that you have to stay there till at least impact, and know that there's a good chance you might fall forward. But the key is that you may have a pretty good chance, you will have a good chance to be able to make a balanced swing all the way from here to impact, and should hit it pretty solid. So if you do that, you can, once you come up and you come back down, it's a lot more bend than I normally would have. But that's pretty good. As you see, I fought falling. But if you have to fall, just know that it's not going to happen until you make sure it doesn't happen until after impact. And then you still end up with pretty good balance because you hit the ball, you knew it was coming, and you built it into your swing. But the key is the accordion effect, to go down to all shots, but especially on downhill lies, and it works on uphill lies too, because if you had an uphill lie, you could just stand up here a little bit, the ball would be up here, and you just go down, you see there's a lot less knee bend that time. So it works for all lies. The accordion effect works for everything from flat to uphill and downhill lies. And it's the answer to being in good balance so you can make a better swing, hit better shots, and shoot lower scores. Well, that's it for the search for today, and I'll be talking to you all again soon.